everyone, today I will be redesigning Todoroki. Now, I put a poll on my story about 3 months ago about this, and I'm just now getting to it. School was hectic, and I'm glad I finally finished this. It's been on the back burner for a while, mainly because I kept messing up the hands and I just didn't know where to go from there, but I finally started on it. So, I love Todoroki as a character. I think his backstory is really well thought out. I think that his motivations are also really well thought out. And just his growth throughout the series really reflects how he's opening up to others and just healing from the trauma he has endured. It won't go away, but he is being able to heal and have a life of his own without his father breathing down his neck. Don't really like how Endeavor has been getting a redemption arc, but what can I do? I'm just a bystander. I'm just watching. I can't do anything but hate Endeavor because he is just an abusive piece of shit. Anyway, back to the redesign. So I thought that giving Todoroki long hair would be more interesting. It would work better in scenes where there's more wind. It would give him more drama. And also, it takes into account with his traditional Japanese style room, oh, maybe he would like long hair. Because back in feudal Japan, they would have longer hair. Women and men, sometimes the men would have the top part of their hair gone. If they were samurai, because of their helmets, they would have to shave it off. But it was kind of common for both women and men to have long hair, and I thought that that would look good on him, so I put that there. And I made his pants a little bit more baggy so he has more room to move around, because I feel that if they're too tight, it would make moving around hard, and if he got thrown into an uncomfortable position, he got punched and ended up in a split, either those pants would rip and that would not do well, or that would be a really uncomfortable bunching in the fabric and it would just not be great while he's trying to fight. So then I also fixed the belt. The scene where the kid calls the little medical things on his belt weenies, that was funny, but at the same time it's yeah, I can kind of see it. If we gotta change that. So instead I just put it as a little pouch on the side of his belt, just so it would look better. It kind of goes with the outfit a little better. God, I almost called them weenies. The little capsules look a little out of place on that. And then with the boots, I kept them the same because I like the design. I just flared out the top part a little more for a little extra drama. I did give him a more open collar. I pulled it out a little bit more, added a little extra length there just for more drama. And I also gave him a choker because even though you're saving the world, you gotta slay while doing it. Now, the thing is, since Todoroki has two different hero costume designs, there's things that work for both of them and then things that look absolutely ugly. With Shoto's first hero design, I like the fact that there's ice on it. It gives an accurate representation of his ice powers. It's really cool. But it's just too plain on the other side. I get that it's more the ice and the snow and avoiding any single motif that could relate to his fire powers and thus relate to his father, but it's boring. The ice is the only interesting thing about it. So instead, to keep up with the new costume, I incorporated the ice but as a one-piece mask. He already has the scar, so it's ooh, what if you have ice on the other side of your face? That would look really cool design-wise. And it also kind of looks like he's wearing a two-piece mask, but he's not really, so I thought that was really interesting. Back to the belt. I changed the colors on it a little bit because the yellow, it just didn't go with the whole outfit. It was way out, it was really out of place, honestly. You have white, you have gray, you have blue, there's a little bit of red here and there. It's more like a base color, but there is no other place on that outfit that has that tannish yellow, and it just looks really gross. Like, not the color itself, but the placement. I don't know, I hated it, so I just changed it to the same white as the boots. That way it would match better. Now his gauntlets, they're cool, but I felt like they could be streamlined a little more, so I fixed the pattern on them by making the gray parts flatter and compacting it, and also like including just a wee bit more red, and I feel like that works a lot better. With the shoulder straps, I didn't really know what to do in that case. I kind of just was like, should I keep the original one? Should I change it? In the end, I kept the original one, mainly because I didn't really know what to do, and I thought, you know what? It looks okay, I guess. At the same time, we kind of have to keep like original elements from the costume so it's not too off kilter and it matches with the character. So I kept the original color of the second suit because I do like it, even though it's the same color as Endeavor's suit, which, hate that. But anyway, I kept the same color as the second suit, and I kept the shoulder straps on the second suit. If I remember correctly, they help regulate his temperature. I'm not entirely sure if that's what it's supposed to do, but if I read it somewhere that that's what it does, so I hope I'm right. So that's basically it with his redesign. I didn't really know what else to add. I was kind of thinking maybe adding some rings, but they would either melt or freeze over, so I don't know. That probably wouldn't be a good idea, so I just decided not to. I also was thinking of adding like some fire detailing on the pants just to make it look cool, but then I was like, oh, that relates to Endeavor a little too much. We're gonna skip that. I just didn't really know what else to add, so I just went straight for the shadows, and that's kind of it. Anyways, like, comment, share, and subscribe. It really helps support my channel more than you know. It helps show the algorithm that, oh, this art is interesting. Let's show this to other people. It helps me get my art out there, and it helps more people see my art, and I just really like it when I can show other people my art. So if you could help me do that by leaving a like and a comment, then that would be amazing. If you want to see more art from me, I would recommend subscribing, because then you could get up to date on all my videos. You'll get a little notification when I post new ones, so I really recommend that. And please check out my socials too. Here's an art piece that I made recently. It would really mean a lot if you went over to my Instagram to leave a like on it and just leave a comment. I work really hard on both my videos and my art, so it just really means a lot. And it also just helps me reach more people and get my art seen. So I would really appreciate if you did that. So I have new products on my Etsy, and I'm also running a sale. I restocked on some old stuff, and I also have some new stuff, like new bracelets and new earrings. So I'm running a sale on here. So if you buy 4 items, you can get 15% off. You can use the code Valentine to get this, and the sale ends on the 28th. So ends at the end of February, and yeah, just check out my Etsy. I would love to know if you like my art. That's an easy way to support me.